Today I'll be discussing with you all the properties of CSS, right? Let us start our lecture. I hope the MS Word window is visible to all. Let us discuss all the properties that you are to use in the CSS. In front of you, I have displayed one table which covers the properties of CSS. Let us start. Okay, what I have done for your convenience, I have created a table with the property name, use of the property, the format to write the property, the syntax, and one example. When you will read this table, how you are to read the table, the way I tell you, property name, this is the use of the property, this is the syntax, the journal formula to write the property, and this is the example, right? So I have taken all the I have divided the properties into cases, right? Group wise I have divided the properties so that it is easy for you people to read. The first property which I have is color. Color property is used to apply the color to the text. Color to the text that you are using in the web page. There are two colors, background color and color. Background color property is used to apply color in the background of the web page. Whereas color property is used to add color to the text that you are taking in the page. Got it? So this is the syntax that you are to use. Selector, selector is the name of the tag. Property and its value. Example, suppose you want that your heading should come in red color and you have taken heading in H1. So you format the H1 tag. You format the H1 tag by taking color red. Color red, right? Then background color property. Background color property is used to give color in the background of the web page. In HTML, what you used to do, body BG color equal to red. But in CSS, if you want to give the background color, you will apply the background hyphen color property, and this is the value. Any color you can give. I have given example over here how to give background color via CSS. Body selector, curly bracket, background color property, hyphen blue. I told you one line yesterday. This complete line is known as property declaration. This complete line is known as property declaration. So whenever in the lecture I will say declaration statement, you understand that what I want to say. I want to say property name, colon, and color. The value of the property. Property name, colon, and the value of the property. That is the declaration statement. Clear? Now, next is background image. Suppose instead of any color, you want image in the background of the page. Instead of color, you want an image in the background of the web page. what you will do at that time? At that time, you will use the background image property. Now, how to give image as a background? See here, selector means your tag, obviously body tag, background hyphen image colon URL. In the bracket of URL, you will write the complete path of the image. In the bracket of URL, you will write complete path of the image that you want to give. Clear? Suppose your image name is sun.jpg and your image is lying in C drive or in D drive. So you will right click on the image, you will go to the properties and you will copy paste the whole path and you will give the path over here in the bracket. That will insert image in the background. Now next is background repeat. Now what this property means? You have inserted one image in the background and you want your image should be repeated either horizontally, either vertically. You want your image to appear either horizontally, either vertically. That time you can give this property background repeat. It has 4 possible values. Repeat hyphen X. Repeat hyphen X means to repeat horizontally. Repeat hyphen Y. It means to repeat vertically. Repeat both horizontally and both vertically. No repeat. You don't want any repetition of the image. So that time you can give the value no repeat. Right? Clear? Now next comes your font related properties. Properties that are concerned with the font that you are taking in the web page. Am I clear up till here to all of you? All right. In HTML, you used to write font face equal to Arial. How to write in CSS? Font family. Your property is font family. Right? And after the colon, you write the font name, whichever font you want in your web page. Now, for 1 minute, all of you pay attention here. See this command which I am shading. H1 font family Arial, Verdana, sans serif. आप लोग एक नाम देते थे फॉन्ट का, मैंने यहां पर 3 नाम दिए. इसका मतलब क्या है? If your browser is not able to support the first font, the second font will be given preference. If your browser is not able to support the second font, the third font will be given preference. You can give more than one font style at one time in one command. First font will be given the priority only and only if the first font is not applicable, then your browser will shift to the second font. Right? Then font style. You want your text to appear in italic way. When you were working in HTML, you used to give I tag for italic. But now you are working in CSS, so you will use the property font style and its value will be italic. Basically, this property takes 3 values: italic, normal, oblique. There are 3 values that can be given in this property: italic, normal, oblique. Right? Difference in italic and oblique is italic is in cursive writing. Oblique is in form of a slope. The way you have a slope, the way your font will appear. Now font variant. Now see what this property means. But before I explain this property, everybody of you look at this example. Look at this example that I have given here. This is a book. And if you can clearly see this example, carefully try to notice the first letter of every word is having the higher size. The rest of the letters of the word are having the size smaller than the first letter. सारा कुछ कैपिटल में है, सारा सेंटेंस कैपिटल में है, सिर्फ फर्स्ट लेटर थोड़ा ज्यादा साइज बड़ा है, बाकी कैरेक्टर्स का साइज थोड़ा छोटा है. The size of rest of the characters is smaller than the size of the first letter of the word. This is called small caps, small capitals. If you want your text to appear in small capital style, so that time what you will do, you will give the property font variant, right? Font variant, and give the value either normal, either small cap. If you want normal style, so you write normal value. If you want in a small capital, then give the value small cap. Am I clear? Then I told you yesterday, in HTML, if you want to give anything in bold, you used to give B tag for bold. But in CSS, if you want to specify your data in bold form, you have to take the property font weight and write the value bold. Now see in this example, in the paragraph tag, you have enclosed one paragraph and you want the paragraph to appear bold. For that, what you will do, you apply the font weight property and give the value bold. Right? Am I clear? Instead of giving the bold value, you can give the number from 100 to 900. ये देखो. You can give any value from 100 to 900. The more you will increase the value, the more bold your data will appear. Next is font size property. In HTML, you used to write font face equal to Arial, size equal to 6 or 5 or 4. How to give size in CSS? Tag name, font hyphen size, and then give any value and add this unit px. Px means pixels. The default unit, pixels. Basically, there are 4 units to measure the size of the font. Pixels, point size, percentage, last is M. M means whatever is the size of the current font, that will become the value of M. आपके करंट फॉन्ट का जो भी साइज होगा वो वैल्यू M की बन जाएगी. Right? Now see in this example, I have taken all the font properties together. I give you 1 minute, go through this example minutely. Am I clear? Now let us start the new topic, internal style. Yesterday we did inline style. Today we start the next topic, internal style. Now, when you were doing inline style yesterday, whichever tag you want to format, you were giving style attribute in that tag. आप जिस भी टैग को फॉर्मेट करना चाहते थे उस टैग के अंदर आप स्टाइल एट्रीब्यूट यूज करते थे in order to provide the properties to the tag. Now what is internal style? Internal style sheet means you will not use style attribute, but you will use style tag. You will use style tag. Now style tag will contain all the properties that you want to apply to the tag. Whatever property you want to apply onto the tag, that property will come over that tag. But the style tag you have to include inside the head tag. Inside the head tag, you have to use the style tag. I show you the form, the way how to write. See here, you will take the head tag. Inside the head tag, you will use style tag. Style tag will have the attribute type, and the type attribute will have the value text/CSS. आप head tag लेंगे, head tag के अंदर style tag लेंगे, style tag के अंदर type attribute आएगा और उसकी वैल्यू क्या होगी? text/CSS. Then after this, you will take the tags onto which you want to apply the property. You will write all the tags here onto which you want to apply the property. Then apply the properties, close the style tag, and then close the head tag. I show you one example over here. I show you the working of internal style with the help of an example. Is the notepad window visible? ये अमृतपाल, प्रमोद, are you here in the lecture? Kinjal, Suman, Sukhveer. Sukhveer though I don't think will be in the lecture. Gursimran, Khosla, Tisha, Dhruv, Kritagya, Jacqueline, Yuvraj, Samridhi. All right. Now see here. I have taken two tags, H1 and paragraph tag. I have taken two tags, H1 and paragraph tag. Now I take HTML, then I take the head tag. Inside the head tag, I have taken the style tag. जब आप inline style में काम कर रहे थे, तो आप style attribute use कर रहे थे. अब आप internal style sheet में हो, तो you are using the style tag. Okay. Now the type attribute, it will take the value text/CSS. First tag, मुझे H1 tag को फॉर्मेट करना है. ये रहा मेरा H1 tag. नीचे मैंने ये हेडिंग H1 में दी है और मुझे जो भी फॉर्मेटिंग करनी है वो मैं यहां पर कर रहा हूं. I have applied all the properties that I want to be applied on H1. Font family Arial, color I have taken red, font weight bold, font variant small caps, and font size 60 pixels. Right? Then this is the thought. This is the thought that I have taken, and I have taken this in paragraph tag. Now what all formatting I want to apply on the paragraph tag, these are the properties I want to apply on the paragraph tag. Clear? Up till here, am I clear? Now here, close the style tag, close the head tag. Now start the body tag. Now start the body tag and normally write your web page coding. No need to give any attributes. Normally you write the coding. Clear? No need to give any attributes. You write your coding here. This is the coding of internal style sheet. How to do coding of internal style sheet. Now I show you the browser view of this. See here. The web page is in front of you. Am I totally clear to all of you? Harsimar, Drishti, Ramanjeet, Tavleen. Yes, Sahaj.
सर जैसे हम कोई टैग 2 बार यूज कर रहे हैं और दोनों को फॉर्मेटिंग अलग अलग देनी है तो CSS में कैसे होगा वो?
That time you use the inline style.
सर करके दिखा दो.
I have one coding over there also. I show you. See here. Here I have header row. This is my header row. I want pink color for roll number. I want name to come in yellow color. मेरे हेडर रो में 2 सेल्स हैं, एक रोल नंबर और एक नेम. मैं चाहता हूं रोल नंबर का कलर पिंक आए, नेम का कलर येलो में आए. तो आई हैव अप्लाइड द इनलाइन स्टाइल. स्टाइल एट्रीब्यूट लेके प्रॉपर्टी डेक्लेरेशन दे दो. स्टाइल एट्रीब्यूट यहां भी ले लो एंड गिव द प्रॉपर्टी डेक्लेरेशन. राइट? Now I show the browser view to you. Your point will be more clear. See beta. Sahaj, am I audible to you बच्चे? Sahaj, am I audible to you? Roll number in different color, name in different color, name in different color, roll number 1 different color, roll number 2 different color, roll number and name of the second child in different color. This is how you can differentiate. Any doubt anybody has? All right, I show you one more question of internal coding. See this. This table I have created using the internal coding. I show you the coding of this question. Now see here. I told you yesterday, whatever property you apply to the table tag, आप टेबल टैग पे जो भी प्रॉपर्टीज लगाओगे वो पूरे टेबल पे अप्लाई हो जाएंगे. आप टेबल टैग पे जो भी प्रॉपर्टीज लगाओगे that will be applicable to the entire table. Right? But if you want to make changes separately for separate cells, then you have to take the inline style. और जैसे ये देखो, मैं चाहता हूं जो मेरी हेडर रो है, जो मेरी हेडर रो है उसके बैकग्राउंड कलर रेड आए, मेरी हेडर रो का बैकग्राउंड कलर रेड आए, तो मैंने क्या किया, टीएच को लेकर उसके अंदर बैकग्राउंड कलर की प्रॉपर्टी अप्लाई कर दी. See here, my header row is having red color in the background. My header row is having red color in the background. Clear? Now see carefully this coding. This coding I show you. Color blue. See this color blue. This color property I have taken inside the table tag. This color property I have taken inside the table tag. Now the whole table is blue in color. The data of the whole table is blue in color. The data of the entire table is blue in color. Right? Am I thoroughly clear? Only one thumb is raised. All right.